Hey guys, okay, today we're going to talk about um, multi-tools. As you see, different multi-tools before you here. Um, but today we're going to talk about this newer one from Ozark Trail, sold exclusively by Wal-Mart, I believe. And we're going to talk about, which one may be better for you, the $10 one versus possibly the $100 one, or a $4 one. But first, I'll show you its features, and then we'll see which one is possibly right for you. Okay, so as you can see, it's got all the tools opening from the outside. None of the tools, except for the pliers, of course, are on the inside. So we'll start with the right hand side, and it actually comes with a lanyard hole, which is actually pretty good size. It's not detachable, but it can remain out. You've got the classic bottle opener with the flat head on the back. You've got the Victorinox style can opener, which is actually pretty smart. Pretty sharp. And you've got an awl here, which is I'm actually pretty impressed with. It's actually paper cutting sharp. I was able to actually do a little bit of feather sticking with it, even though that's not the intended purpose. You've got a pretty sharp saw here, which is pretty short, but it does function if you need to just cut a notch in something or cut the tail end off some small object or wood. The spine on it is actually pretty sharp as well. It's a 90, very sharp. One thing I did not like about it, but it's a $10 multi-tool, so what do you expect? On the Leathermans and other saws, it'll start off thicker at the bottom and then thin out at the top. So when you're cutting wood, it won't get wedged or caught up in there. But this stays thick, and it's hard to show you, but it stays thick the whole way from the spine to the blade, or the cutting edge. So there's that. None of these tools lock, by the way, but they are kind of like the older Leathermans, slip joint style, so it's pretty hard for them. They're not just going to fold on over, but if you put enough pressure on them, they will. You've got a knife blade here, which I was actually very surprised came hair popping and paper cutting sharp. You can see they tried to do the one hand opening style with this hole here, but the tools are not, they're not smooth, so you can't do that one-handed opening. I mean, you could possibly loosen this up. I haven't tried it. It looks to be, this thing will focus. It looks to be a hex style. It's definitely star. It looks to be a hex style screw there, which is all four of them are the same. And the blade actually reminds me of the Leatherman OHT blade. Pretty short, but works. Alright, so you've got a file here. This side is both directions, the other side is just one direction. And of course you've got the flathead on the end as well. You've got an adequate Phillips screwdriver. Sorry about the wind, I'm sure it's messing all sorts of sound up. And you've got a ruler with a fish scaler here, and I think that end is used to take out fish hooks. I've never actually used one of these on on a multi-tool period, but they seem to still put them on there. Now that tool actually replaced another tool, another knife blade on the original version. If you look online, you'll see that this actually came with a serrated blade where that fish scaler would be, and it actually had a hook on the end of it, like you'd see on the Leatherman Charge. That's what it looked like. For some reason, they decided to take that out and replace it with this fish scaler. Have no idea why. That would have been much more popular, but like I said, $10, not much to complain about. All right, so these scales right here are smooth. They're actually pretty comfortable. They're very smooth, but you have some sort of gripping on the inside, some sort of jipping, which I'll show you. Jimping. Man, I'm messing my words up. All sorts of bad right now. But anyway, alright, so the pliers themselves are spring-loaded, and they are a good size, about the same size as the Leatherman Surge here. And I would definitely consider this a full-size multi-tool. The Surge is a little bit bigger, but not much. So, alright, let's open this bad boy up and see what it looks like from the inside. And of course, this is the sheath. It's nothing fancy, nothing special, but it works. And I actually EDC'd this multi-tool a lot, more than some of my Leathermans actually. And mainly that's because it's a $10 multi-tool, and if I lose it or break it, oh well. But I think for the 10 bucks that you're spending on it, it's not a bad deal. So let's see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so here's the outside. Like I said, it's spring-loaded, which is nice. The spring is on the inside, not exposed here on the outside, which I do like. You see, you've got a pretty good sized plier head. It's literally the same size, as far as length at least, as the Leatherman Surge here. You've got big cutters, and you see you've got that little notch right there for your hardwire cutting. I don't know what any of this is made of, so you might be able to find that out from Wal-Mart themselves. But here is that jimping I was talking about. Let's see if I can get a side angle. It runs up the whole side of each one of these handles. So while it's comfortable, you've still got grip, which is nice. Works very adequately. Let's see. You can see on the end here, it is, let's see if I can get this thing to focus. It is got that precision point for grabbing very small objects. And you've got an adequate amount of regular plier head here. So you can easily, and I've been using this just to test it out, as you might be able to tell. You can easily twist bolts and do what you need to with this. And it's comfortable to use. I really enjoy using spring-loaded pliers on a multi-tool. I wish they would incorporate that on more Leathermans. I think for $100, I'm surprised you don't have that on the Surge or Wave. But I think a lot of that may just be preference. Some people actually don't like spring-loaded. So, that begs the question, why should you get this over one of these, you know? And so, once again, I think that comes down to preference. You know, if you really don't care that much to have a multi-tool and can't see yourself spending $100 or even $50 on a multi-tool, then of course a Leatherman is going to be out of your reach, unless you luck out and find one for like 20 bucks at a pawn shop like I did with this Wave. But if you plan on buying one brand new, you know, and don't want to spend that much and don't really care about it, this is a great option in my opinion. Now, Wal-Mart already sells a spring-loaded multi-tool. All the tools are on the inside. You have to open them up. They're not near as good as these inside tools in my opinion, and all these open up from the outside. You can see that Ozark Trail has been paying attention to some of these more better multi-tools. You know, the Leathermans, the Victorinoxes, the Sogs, Gerbers, you name it. They've been paying attention, and they kind of incorporated a lot of these tool styles into this one. The head actually, the plier head actually resembles the Surge in a lot of ways in my opinion. And of course you've got the outside opening tools. So for 10 bucks you've got this one, and then you've got the older style one at Wal-Mart, which is 10 bucks as well, and in my opinion this one's much better. And I actually enjoy using it for 10 bucks. And it, like I said, if it gets lost or broken, who cares? You can easily replace it. So that's my opinion. And then you've got these little $4 ones. Actually, they're $3.87 before tax. And are they worth it? For $4. I mean, you can't say you're getting ripped off, but once again, you get what you pay for. So don't expect anything great out of something like this. You got $4, not good tools really on the inside, very uncomfortable to use, definitely hurts your hand, is spring loaded, but nothing special about this. It's honestly not fun to use. And then you've got, for $6 more, you can get one like this, which is actually very comfortable to use, doesn't hurt your hand at all, seems to be able to handle more heavy duty things than your average cheapy multi-tool would. And the tools are all on the outside, and you've got a decent sheath. For $10, I don't think you can beat it. But that's just my opinion. And if you want to invest in a better multi-tool that's going to last you a lifetime, I would definitely invest in your Leathermans. I love my Leathermans, but what ends up happening a lot with these is that I'm afraid to lose them. If I break them, no biggie. Leatherman has an awesome warranty program, but if you lose them, that's a whole nother issue. And I'm always afraid to lose them because I spent a lot of money on these. I spent $100 on this one, and then I bought the accessories, which came out to about $160. I would cry if I lost that. So $10, I think it's a really good deal for $10. I don't think you can beat it. Of course, there are others out there. Schrade makes some good ones for cheap. Even Gerber does too. But this one you can easily pick up. Everyone's in Walmart at least once a week, probably. So just thought I would make a quick review of this and show you what's out there. Let's see, I wrote some talking points down. Let's see. $10, sheath is distant. No locking tools. Yeah, the first version had serrations. Okay. So, yeah, that's really it. I did want to make one quick announcement that in the next month or so, I will have a pretty cool product that I will be showing you that is Leatherman specific. It's not made by Leatherman, but it's made for Leathermans. So in the next month or so, y'all will be able to check out that. I think I'm the only person that will actually have this on their channel. I think one other guy has one, but he's not advertising it, so it'll be pretty cool. So be looking out for that, guys. But like I said, this is the Ozark Trail Multi-Tool spring-loaded pliers, sold exclusively by Wal-Mart. And I've got a yellow jacket all up on me, so I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Have a good one, and if you got any questions or comments, throw them in the comment box. Thanks.